This episode contains graphic descriptions and audio that may be upsetting to some listeners. Listener discretion is advised. Over the course of the last few weeks, we have seen the fall of many people in power. The news of Harvey Weinstein's sexual assault and harassment caused somewhat of a frenzy that is now being dubbed the Weinstein effect. But before I get into that, I want to give you a little background on Harvey. He, along with his brother Bob, were chairman of the Weinstein Company that was established in 2005. The name Weinstein, up until very recently, was highly regarded in the film industry. The brothers were famous film producers. Harvey specifically was known for being very involved and intrusive in the films that he helped greenlight. He was also known for being somewhat of a domineering bully, which is something that does not shock me given the level of success and power he obtained. In October of 2017, the New York Times and the New Yorker broke a story regarding Harvey Weinstein that destroyed his career and reputation within minutes. It was reported that more than a dozen women had accused Harvey of sexual harassment, rape, and assault over the span of his entire career. After this story broke, his wife left him, he was fired from his job at his production company, and any ties he had to the American and British Academies of Film were completely severed, along with many other denouncements far and wide. In the days that followed, more and more women came forward sharing their experiences with Harvey Weinstein, driving home the idea that these allegations were true, and this man was a sexual predator. What also happened was something I mentioned earlier, the Weinstein effect. This revelation of the predatory nature of men in power, specifically in Hollywood, propelled and inspired others to share their stories with the world. Men and women alike came forward and outed their harassers, no matter their status of popularity. Throughout these last few weeks, I have been sucked into the comments section on social media each time a new allegation is brought forward. And what I have learned is that this world is filled with victim blamers. Many people asking the question of, why did it take this person X amount of time to come forward? Or comments like, they are just trying to get a payout from a celebrity. While I am sure within hundreds of accusations, there are a few false ones. But those people who are trying to get attention should not negate the ones that are actually true. I go back to the question of why did it take so long for people to come forward? I can tell you why I believe they don't share their experiences. And it's because they're afraid. And the reaction that they're actually receiving in these types of comment sections. Afraid that their lives will be further ruined. Afraid to be forever looked at as a victim. And what I personally think is the number one reason, afraid that they won't be believed. I don't think people truly understand the hold that another person can have on an individual unless they've been put in this type of situation, wherein you feel like you don't have control of how certain things will be painted. I can fully understand why a person who has been victimized buries their truth. The world is full of speculation, opinions, and mistrust. These predators are in every field and in every type of job. Power, it seems, can be intoxicating to the point where this breed of person thinks that they can get away with it forever. And sometimes, it is easier just to stay quiet, and even if you don't want to remain silent, the fear of the consequences will hold you back. And that is completely understandable to me. But all it takes is one person to come forward. One person who is willing to risk it all and be the brave figurehead others need to feel safe enough to share their stories. Someone who is willing to be the David who brings down the Goliath. You're listening to The Apex and the Abyss, and this is the story of Daniel Holtzclaw.
A former Oklahoma City police officer is in court for allegedly sexually assaulting women in neighborhoods he was assigned to protect. Daniel Holtzclaw's case went to state court on December 7th after closing arguments. He is being charged with 36 counts, including sexual battery. 28-year-old Holtzclaw could spend life in prison if convicted of his crimes. During closing arguments, defense attorney Scott Adams said Holtzclaw risked his life to protect poor neighborhoods surrounding Oklahoma City. Yet prosecutors argued Holtzclaw targeted women who were known drug addicts or had felonies on their records. Prosecutors claim Holtzclaw used his badge and threats of jail to coerce the women.
Daniel Holtzclaw was a patrol officer for the Oklahoma City Police Department. From December 2013 to June 2014, he He was accused of sexually assaulting multiple women while on his patrol duty. He allegedly used the power and authority he had as a police officer to threaten and force himself on women he carefully selected. Many people paint Daniel Holtzclaw as a monstrous predator, and what Oklahoma City Police Chief Bill City called one of the worst abusers of authority that he had ever seen. On the other side of the coin, there are people out there who fiercely believe that Daniel is innocent, that he is a wrongfully accused individual who was railroaded by his colleagues and the media. So which is it? Is he innocent or is he guilty?
Detective Kim Davis says her case all started with one woman coming forward. From there, she had the difficult task of knocking on doors, finding other victims, before discovering she had a serial rapist on the police force. When you think of Holtzclaw, what comes to mind?
Now?
Yeah.
A smile on my face because he's going where he belongs.
Daniel was born to Eric and Kamiko Holtzclaw on December 10, 1986. The family spent some time in Guam before moving to Enid, Oklahoma, where Eric, Daniel's father, is a lieutenant at the Enid Police Department. Daniel would eventually follow in his father's footsteps and join the police department, but not before a failed attempt to get drafted into the NFL as a linebacker. Daniel was a record-setting football player at his high school, and he played on his college team as well. According to Daniel's friends, he was all around a great guy. Many people were interviewed to gain more information into Daniel's background, and if you look closely at his past, he had no prior history of any type of predatory or racist behavior. The only things that were revealed about Daniel was that he was a quiet and respectful guy. His priorities in life were his girlfriend, being an outstanding police officer, and going to the gym. So how could this man be accused of such heinous acts? Was it all a mistake, or did Daniel Holtzclaw fool every person close to him? Was he a wolf in sheep's clothing? On June 18, 2014, is when Daniel's world began to collapse. Holtzclaw had just completed his shift when he was headed home around 2 a.m. He was driving his assigned police vehicle when he made an unreported traffic stop. He failed to run a check on the driver or report the situation to dispatch. The woman in the car that Daniel stopped was Janie Liggins. She was an African-American woman in her late 50s who was driving through a rougher area in Oklahoma City, an area that the prosecutors believed Holtzclaw was specifically targeting the women in the area due to their race, financial status, and criminal background history. Janie, however, had no record and wasn't financially struggling. It would appear that she was just in the wrong place at the wrong time when Daniel stopped her. According to Janie, Holtzclaw forced her to lift up her shirt exposing her breasts and pull down her pants. Then he forced her to perform oral sex on him. Fearing for her safety, she obliged, even though she begged him to stop. After the incident, Janie immediately filed a police report. The next day, Daniel was going about his normal routine of heading into the station to prep for his 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. shift that day, when he was taken aside and escorted to the sex crimes unit with detectives Kim Davis and Rocky Gregory. Once in the interview room, they questioned Daniel about the events the following evening and his version of the traffic stop.
Okay, look, just like we talked in the car.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't heard any rumors?
I haven't heard any rumors.
So
when I walked in the station, I see Captain leaned over. Not unusual. I got Captain Clifton, hey. But then I've seen you in the cabin. I've never seen you, and so.
Well, nobody.
But I haven't heard anything.
Okay.
So just like anything.
You had said, and we told you that there was a traffic stop.
Right.
That somebody made some allegations against an officer.
Right.
They don't know the officer's name. None of that. And you said that you made a traffic stop after work.
Yeah.
But you didn't call it in.
I didn't call it.
Where was that?
It was about Northeast 50th and Lincoln, just to the west.
Okay. Tell me about that stop.
I was going westbound on Northeast 50th, probably a block just east of Lincoln. I see a red Grand Prix or Grand Am in my right lane, in the outside lane. I'm in the inside lane. The car swerves, and so at the time I'm thinking, okay, it's probably a drunk person, or maybe got excited because they saw a cop. So I kind of fall behind it, kind of drifting just a little bit, not crossing lane lines, nothing crazy, So I lighted up because at first the traffic violation I saw at first when it swerved, that was just west of Northeast 50th in Lincoln. And then made contact. It was a black female. Asked for license insurance. Stated that she didn't have insurance. Gave me an ID. At the time, I'm like, do you have a valid insurance or a valid license? She said no. I told her, I just got off work. I mean, what's the deal? You know, why are you swerving? And she says, I'm just trying to go home to Ann Arbor-ish on the northwest side to see your daughter or something like that. So I asked, is there anything on board as far as the vehicle? Is it okay if I search your vehicle and whatnot? She said, the only thing that's inside there is a Kool-Aid cup. I'm like, is there anything inside of that Kool-Aid? Is there liquor or anything inside that Kool-Aid? She's no. I'm like, okay, is there anything else inside there? She says there's pills. I'm like, is that the only thing? And then, so I said, can I have permission to search your car? She says yes. I go inside the car, I see a lot of pills. But
what kind of pills?
I didn't really.
Like scattered pills or in a bottle?
She said it was hydrocodone pills, but I just quickly looked at it, and I think I saw her name on the prescription bottle, so I didn't.
Oh, so it was a bottle.
Right.
Okay.
There were several bottles in her purse. And then, so at that time, I just returned back to her. It's like, okay, I saw your pills. I didn't see any alcohol. I sniffed the drink, didn't smell any alcohol in the Kool-Aid. I'm like, okay, I'm just off work. I'm tired. Get your license taken care of. Just mine.
So she didn't have a driver's license?
She didn't have a driver's license, and I was just like, go to DPS, Department of Public Safety on King, get that taken care of, and I cut her loose after that.
Okay. Then where'd you go?
I went straight home.
Okay. Do you remember her name? It was on the prescription.
I don't.
Okay. Do you make traffic stops normally after work?
I don't, but in that case, I saw her swerve and whatnot, so
I mean, me, I don't.
Felt.
After I get off work.
I know. I mean, people cops say that is have a whatnot to have the vision, whatever. But I felt like I needed to make that traffic stop.
Okay. How was she? Was she respectful? Was she?
She felt like she was nervous and whatnot, and I'm like, why are you nervous? And she was even crying. I'm like, why are you crying? Why are you nervous? Whatnot? And she's just like, I don't know. I'm just nervous because you're a cop and I got pulled over. I'm like, nothing you had to be nervous about. And I told her, I'm like, I don't really want to take you to jail for no SDL or anything. I just got off work. I'm tired. So, with my officer courtesy or whatnot, I said, go get that taken care of tomorrow. Let her on her way.
And you don't have to. I'm not going to sit here and go, why didn't you take her to die? That's the reason why. No, I don't care. Was she drunk? Did you think she was drunk?
I think she was. She drank, but I don't think she, with my experience, I don't think she was past the legal limit.
Right.
So,
I mean.
And that's what I asked her too, is like, with your pain medicines, the hydrocodone, everyone knows that you drink with that, it maximizes the effects. So I asked her that, she said no. But when she was in the back of my car, and when I was in the front car, in the driver's seat, I could smell it off of her, but I don't think she was still past the legal limit.
Okay. So you got her out of the car?
Yes.
Okay. And put her in the back of your car?
Yes.
Okay. Any problems there?
No, she was cooperative. Didn't give me any problems or whatnot.
Okay. And then you searched, did you run her through Unit 800?
I didn't.
You didn't?
Mm-hmm.
So, did you run her on your MDT?
No, I didn't. All my stuff as far as that, because I didn't even call it in and say it was a traffic stop, my computer was off and everything as well.
Did you shut it off?
I just shut it off,
work?
yeah. On the way, on 50th, I turned it off right before the traffic stop, basically.
Okay. And where did you pick her up? 50th and what about?
50th and Lincoln, just to the west.
But no, where'd you see her swerve, kind of?
I'd say a block just to the east of Lincoln and 50th.
Okay. She pull over right away?
She was in the right lane and the outside lane when I saw her swerve. And so she saw a police car right there, and so she kind of did what everyone does, slow down. Kind of, okay, is he going to pull me over or not?
After explaining what happened during the stop, Detective Davis began to get into whether or not Daniel may have accidentally touched or looked at Janie in an improper way during the traffic stop.
When you put her in your car, did you pat search her?
When I came around, I was like, lift up your shirt. Is there anything on you? Anything as far as your waistband or anything like that? She said no. And then I put her in the vehicle and went from there. Asked her everything.
Did your hands go on her at all?
I backhanded her on as far as the side.
Where on her body? Tell me. You backhanded?
Her waist, and the back portion. I didn't touch her butt or anything, but the back portion of the waist. And then she lifted it up like right here, and there's nothing.
Did she lift it up like this?
No.
Okay. So she never, like, went, whoo, nothing, exposed her breasts or anything like that?
She asked me if I was like, no, it's okay.
She asked you?
If you want to search me, I'm like, no, it's okay.
So she never, like, put her hands on the car and you...
No.
Okay. Where was she positioned or standing when you did the back of your hands on her?
It was about probably the front right fender of my patrol vehicle.
But was she facing you or was she turned?
No, she was facing away from me.
And you just kind of did it like this?
Yeah, back there, yes.
Okay. Did your hand go on her butt or anything?
No, that's what I was saying. It was the hip, the side, not the butt section.
What about right here?
No.
You didn't?
No, I didn't.
They can tuck a gun
That's
right here.
why I asked to lift it up.
Oh, so she just kind of showed you her belly?
Right.
Okay. Then you talked to her for a little bit.
Right.
After you searched her, you put her in the back of the car.
Right.
Then we used to always kind of keep the door open and talk when they're not like combative or anything. Did you talk to her and get information then while she was in the back of your car?
Right. I talked to her for a little bit, just as far as what's inside the vehicle. Can I have consent to search your vehicle? Is there anything in that Kool-Aid? She said no. Just talking to her, what's the deal? Why are you driving late at 2 o'clock at night? Why did you swerve? So she's going to Ann Arbor over on the northwest side to visit her daughter, I believe. So.
Then you went up and searched her car?
After she gave me consent to search her car.
How long, you think?
I did a quick search, to be honest with you. I looked under the seat, boom, sniffed the juice, whatever she's had, and I didn't smell alcohol on it. Went through her purse, like she said, there's pills in it, looked at it real quick to see if their name was there, and that was basically it.
Okay. Then when you went back to her, what happened?
When I went back to her, I was like, okay, I didn't smell any alcohol on your car and your juice thing, and I'm like, what's the deal? Are you really drunk or not? And she's like, no, I'm just trying to go back home. And at that time, I was like, okay, but I'll go ahead and follow you. I said, I'm not going to take you to jail. I'm tired. I'm not going to take you to jail. I'll go and follow you. And let's go back to 44 and you head westbound on 44. So that's what we did.
Did you follow her?
Actually, when I went behind her and we got in the car, she took forever and I started getting annoyed. So I just U-turned it and I went ahead and I saw her in the back view of my rearview mirror. And she was following on 44, but then I took off going northbound on Broadway Extension while she took 44 to go west.
So you were able to see her do that?
Yes.
And go. And then did you lose her when you got on Broadway?
When I went to northbound on Broadway and she went 44 west.
Okay. All right. Well, it sounds like this is the lady, this is the deal where she's the complaining party. Okay. And she's making some sexual allegations, obviously, because sex crimes is working it.
Right. What did she say? Well,
was there anything, an accidental touch, anything?
If she thought it, when I passed searched her, but there was nothing as far as I felt like I would do anything as far as sexual or anything like that. For my safety, I just checked to see if the weapons or anything. To make clear, I didn't touch her butt, but the waist side and whatnot. If you would like me to do it for me to show you.
No, and I'm fine with it, and you have every right to do that. Right. She's saying that you made her lift up her shirt, and when she lifted up her shirt, she exposed her breasts.
No.
Did you ever see
I asked her, is there anything inside your bra? And she said no. So I was like, okay. And she said, you want me to show you? And that's the time I said, no, you don't need to do that.
She said she said she was doing this. When you said, is there anything inside your bra? And she was going, no, I don't have anything like that. Did she do that?
Yeah, she did, but I didn't look or anything like that.
Right.
And then she was like, do you want me to show you? I was like, no.
She said when she said, do you want me to show you? You said, yeah, and she went,
woo. No, I didn't.
But could she have been, woo, flashing you? And now you don't want to tell me because you're afraid you're going to get in trouble?
No, when I told her no, I said no.
Then she didn't go, yeah, because sometimes drunk girls are
Having a good time.
Yeah, and partying down. And let's face it,
I've already heard stories about officers
people
and
want,
whatnot.
they
so
want
I don't
officers for hubbies or
I said
whatever.
no.
And,
I said no.
but you could have said no. But I'm asking you if she flashed you anyways.
I didn't see her. I didn't see her
no
breasts.
boobies?
I didn't see her breasts.
Okay. What about pants?
Nothing in her pants as far as I can see. She was wearing tight jeans. So
She said she pulled them down.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see her pull them down?
I didn't see her pulling down pants.
Could she have done it when you were up searching the car?
She could have. I didn't
Did
have
she
her.
have them on?
I didn't have her handcuffed or anything.
When you came back to the car and got her out, were her pants fastened? Were they?
Yeah, everything.
They
was
were
still,
up, and
everything was still intact.
so you never saw her pull her pants down.
No, I didn't.
Why do you think she's making this up?
I don't know.
Did you write her a ticket?
I didn't. I let her go, and actually, I said I won't even arrest you for your no STL.
Trying to figure out why she'd say that. I mean, I could see her saying it if you wrote her a ticket because she's pissed off.
Right.
Now, make it quite clear, if you saw her boobs, I don't care if she's flashing you.
I did not see.
You did not see her boobies.
No, I did not see her breasts.
So she's saying you shined your light on her.
I did not see her breasts.
Where do you keep your flashlight?
The left side, right here, right behind my radio.
Did you have your flashlight out on the traffic stop?
I did.
When she was going like this, did you have your
I
flashlight
didn't-
on
I didn't
her?
go like that. But as I'm out on the radio like this, I have it right positioned over us. But I didn't.
Right,
As far as
but
that.
did you have it on her when you're talking to her so you can see her? I
Just
mean,
to
was
see
it
her.
on her when she goes like this? Maybe she could have
Right,
construed it.
to see her inside the vehicle.
Was the dome light on?
The dome light was not on.
It doesn't come on. I don't know how. Does that come on when you open your back door? It's been too long since I've been in a scout car.
I can't recall, to be honest with you. I don't think the back. I don't think it does. As far as the dome light.
I'm just trying to figure out. How long do you think you were on that traffic stop?
I don't think it was an
It's not a
excess
test.
of over
Just
a regular speed. 15 minutes at most, just like a regular traffic stop. Nothing as far as more.
15 minutes. How long were you with her? How long of that 15 minutes do you think was searching her car? Where maybe she's sitting in the back seat.
Like I said, that quick search probably at max, maybe a little bit over 5 minutes. Maybe like 5 minutes if.
So you're with her for 10 minutes.
Talking to her, yes.
Did it take a while to get her to consent to search, or what? 10 minutes is a long time.
She was nervous and she was crying and stuff, and I told her not to be
Did she
nervous.
say why she was crying?
She says police officer and whatnot. And
Holtzclaw was then asked if he would be willing to give his DNA to the detectives, which he then did. They swabbed his cheek and began questioning him again.
Now, I mean, we can go through a couple different things of why we've got you in here, but you sure there's nothing you want to?
Nothing.
So if we go off the video and watch that,
Right.
you're still going to stick with your story?
Yes, sir.
If we go off DNA,
Yeah, as well.
Should we show you the video?
If yes,
You do want to see it?
do yes.
So there's nothing that
Everything that I recall of that night is what was asked and everything. That's what happened.
have I maybe not asked enough questions?
I think everything covered as far as that.
Do you recall putting your penis in her mouth?
I don't.
Would you recall that if you did it?
If I did it, yeah.
Okay. Well, I think you really, in all honesty, you need to really double think about this. I mean, I got to be honest with you, it doesn't look really good.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, in what you originally thought, detectives just don't roll up in there for no reason.
Right.
Okay. And we just didn't pick you out. Okay.
Right.
I mean, there's a whole lineup there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But there's definitely enough here to bring you in here to start questioning you.
Right.
Okay. We knew you were on that stop.
Right.
We knew you were there.
Mm-hmm.
And we can watch a whole lot of actions being performed while you were there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's why she was trying to give you every out on the whole booby thing.
Right.
Okay. Now, is there any reason at all, even from whatever angle, because, you know, it takes a little bit to clear up those videos.
Right.
But any reason why your penis would be out?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay. Now, in doing this, you know how SANE exams work, and I ain't got to explain about DNA or anything like that.
Right.
Now, I didn't say you had sex with her.
Right.
Okay. But getting a blowjob, okay, that is a different story.
Right.
Okay. You see my concern here.
I'm just listening to you, sir.
I know,
Yes, ma'am.
but I'd rather listen to you and you start talking.
That's all I have, sir.
Are we gonna get something from the SANE exam?
Go with the SANE exam.
Do you understand that you don't have to full-blown ejaculate to get something out of the SANE exam?
Right.
We can get skin cells, we can get pre-ejaculate, we can do all that and still get DNA.
Right.
And did your penis go in her mouth?
No, it did not.
Okay. Because DNA will clear it up. And here's the deal, too. We can fall on the sword
Okay.
and say I screwed up or something. But if we say we didn't do it, and then the DNA comes back and says he did it, then we have a huge problem.
Right.
We're here to give you the chance to fall on the sword, so we don't want a huge problem. We don't want a huge problem for you.
Right.
This is time. It's time. If it touched her mouth, if it touched the inside of her mouth for 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, you gotta tell us now.
Look, there's a huge difference. There's a huge difference in between a rape being forced and some old girl who wants it.
Right.
Okay. We've had plenty of that.
We get that. We know that.
Okay. But there is a big difference, okay?
Right.
But I'm just saying, you know, these videos ain't helping, and I mean, we're gonna do the comparing and all that.
Okay.
Okay. But it's not looking good so far.
Okay.
Okay. And I don't want to see anybody go down for something that there was no force.
Right.
Now, I'm not seeing any beating or anything like that.
Right.
Okay. I'm not seeing that big time, big guy forcer type thing like what we do see.
Right.
But.
But if it was a get out of jail free card, that happens.
Right.
And we know that happens.
Right.
But we got to know that. We got to know that versus, you know, he made me, I didn't want to, blah, blah, blah. If it's a get out of jail free card, then that's a different story.
And we've worked enough of them, okay, cases that it didn't happen. The problem is where we're at right now, okay? And that's why we wanted to hear your version of the story.
Right.
Whether we just go off of what we see and I mean, whatever this tests out as.
Right.
Okay? But
sir, I'm sticking with my story.
Okay. On the video, are we going to see her boobies?
Shouldn't see her boobs. I didn't see her boobs.
Okay. Are we going to see her pull her pants down?
I didn't see her pull her pants down.
Okay. Are we going to see your penis out?
Nope.
Are we going to see your penis go in her mouth?
No.
Are we going to get any DNA to that?
No.
Daniel, while being interrogated for 2 hours, stuck with his story. He denied any type of misconduct, but the detectives weren't relenting. They didn't believe him, and they came at him from every angle that they could to try and trip him up, and get him to either blatantly lie, mess up his story, or confess to sexually assaulting Janie, or any other women. But just so it's known, on the other side of things, the detectives were more than willing to help Daniel clear his name if the allegations proved to be untrue.
Anything you can think of that will help us help you.
That's it. I want to step out. I want to go. Test. I want to get clear up my name.
you know what? If this is a bunch of false allegations, then I want it cleared up too.
Right.
And I'll help you clear it up, and it's this. We don't talk. It's not it's swarming around Spring Lake. It's out there.
It's just in the department too. So,
and it's not swarming all over the department. We in sex crimes, we do not run around and go, guess what? This is what we're working. We don't do that. It's not professional. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's around Spring Lake.
Right.
And everybody's gonna know that we pulled you down here. We tried to do it as discreetly as we could.
Right.
But, and like I said, there's officers that, I'm not saying being with the hookers is right, but it happens.
Right.
And it's life.
Right.
And if that's what this was, lay it out there for me now.
Right. No, it wasn't. No.
Did she offer anything? Don't take me to jail, I'll do this, I'll do this. Did she offer you anything?
I think she was nervous, like I said earlier, and maybe a little flirtatious, but nothing crazy.
She never offered anything in exchange for you not taking her.
No, she's really worried about going to jail,
and sometimes they'll say, hey, I'll give you a Hummer if I don't go to jail.
No.
She didn't offer that?
Mm-mm. She was nervous, like I said, she cried earlier.
Did she cry as soon as you stopped her, or after she was in your car? When did she start crying?
I think in the car, yeah.
What made you let her go? Number one reason.
To be honest, I want to get home.
Then why'd you pull her over?
Like I said earlier, I just cop, swerve, DUI, and if I had to do it, I would have done it. But I didn't think that she was past the legal limit.
Daniel was cooperative, but he still denied any wrongdoing. The detectives, doing their due diligence, had Holtzclaw run through the chain of events again, and he reiterated to them, almost word for word, the same exact story as before. But the further the questioning went, Holtzclaw began to get worried about what these allegations could mean for him. The detectives, while trying to remain friendly with him, began asking him about his sexual preferences, and more personal details about his background.
Could you have got a hard on and she saw it and it
I don't think I got a hard on, but like I said, she was already nervous and crying and whatnot. I already told her, I'm like, hey, I want to go home. I'm done with my shift. I don't think you need to be worried about. If nothing's on board where I need to take you to jail, you're good. I'm not worried about no state driver's license.
Did your pants come unzipped, unbuttoned, anything while you were standing right there?
No.
CSI is processing your car right now.
Right.
And when we stepped out, they found some pubic hairs right in here. Could they be yours?
No, that's not. I didn't pull my penis out. I didn't do anything right there.
Did she?
No.
But do you think they could be?
No, it's not. No. Nothing on mine.
Your pubes couldn't be?
No.
Right there?
No.
Has your penis ever been out by your car?
While I'm working? No.
Not working?
No.
Have you ever had sex in the backseat of your car?
I have not.
Because, I mean, some people do. You know, I'm not saying forced sex, consensual sex.
Right.
So your penis has never been in your backseat?
Mm-mm.
Is it possible any of this DNA shares?
No. It's not. I would like to go at it. Not my DNA.
Are those pubes going to be yours?
No.
Are you worried about it?
This whole situation I'm worried about. I mean, I've never been here, never been questioned, especially in like a room like this, obviously I'm worried about the whole circumstances of
earlier. You got to understand, we kind of see different things, okay? You seem a little extra worried whenever you talked about seeing her. We talked about seeing her boobies.
Right.
You sure she just didn't flash you?
She did not flash. I don't want to say I can't recall, but I'm pretty positive she didn't flash.
I see a pair of titties.
She went like this, but nothing as far as I'm going like crazy looking.
Lifting the shirt.
No.
How far did she lift it?
When she lifted it up first, when I patted her down, she was like right here to the stomach line.
Did you see her belly?
Maybe some fat rolled or something, I don't know, but nothing
Right,
like
but, I mean, could you see skin?
Yeah, I saw skin, yeah.
Well, she's older. Were tits hanging down and you saw the bottom of her tits?
I don't know. I don't know. It's dark. I don't know.
You like older women?
I don't.
How old's your
girlfriend?
She's 25.
Okay.
What's the oldest lady you've slept with?
Maybe 29.
You ever slept with a black woman?
I have. In high school, I have.
Do you have a race that you prefer?
I don't.
You just like...
I'm half Japanese, so I'm not really...
I was going to ask you if you were Asian.
So I'm not really discriminating.
Who's Japanese, your mom or your dad?
My mom.
Is your dad huge? How'd you get so big?
That's what everyone asks me.
Because, I mean, Asian genes are kind of small.
And that's why I thought I was adopted at first when I talked to him, but my dad's small, 5'9". Japanese people are small in general. So...
Wow. How tall are you?
About 6'2".
Wow. He got big. Does Daddy have some big guys on his side?
He's a family of 3. Well, he'll be with him with 4 brothers, but I think his generation, his uncle was pretty tall, and I think that's where I got it.
As Daniel just described, he is no small man. He is about 6'2" and around 240 pounds of muscle. Most people would be intimidated by his stature alone. Mix in the fact that he's a police officer, and this man could wield a lot of power over another person. But as previously stated, Daniel wasn't viewed as this domineering figure amongst his friends or family. He was actually referred to as a gentle giant. So to someone who knew Daniel, these allegations would come out of nowhere. Throughout the duration of his interrogation, the detectives would go in and out of the room a few times to, as what they would call, powwow, leaving Daniel in the room alone. Even while by himself, he remained stoic and staring blankly at the wall in front of him. While I'm sure there was a level of unsettledness stirring in him, he never showed it outwardly. Upon one of their returns, they asked Daniel what he did when he got home after the traffic stop. He stated that his girlfriend, who he lived with at the time, was asleep, but that he tried to unsuccessfully have sex with her. The detectives then asked if they would be able to get her phone number to corroborate his story. This is where they catch Daniel Holtzclaw in a lie, which begins to unravel his credibility.
You created some more work. Fixing to go. I just talked to Karen.
Okay.
She said she was asleep when you got home and you did not try to have sex, and you did not have sex.
I did try to have sex.
She said you didn't. And I asked her, could you have been asleep? And you kind of, no, and she said no. You did not try to have sex.
As much as I don't want to involve her, I tried to have sex with her and she was asleep. Carrie goes to sleep pretty early, about 9, 10 at the late.
Okay, but she would know if you tried. I'm a woman.
I know.
And my husband comes home in the middle of the night and I'm like, are you kidding me? I've been asleep. You said you twirled around her vagina.
I did.
And you put it in a little bit, and then she said, I'm tired. No.
I did.
She would remember that to tell me.
Maybe.
She said you did not try to have sex.
And it's more personal because it's Carrie, but I did try to have sex with Carrie. I did.
I don't know what to say. I mean, because it just looks like I just caught you in a lie, and now I don't know what to believe.
I'm telling you.
I don't know what to believe.
Okay.
Because you tell me this, I go to verify it. She tells me the opposite, and now I'm wondering what you're telling the truth about.
Maybe because she doesn't know what the heck's going on.
No, she doesn't. I didn't tell her.
And I'm glad, but detectives calling her, any other officer asking her a question like that.
I know.
She may be scared. And I don't want to involve her, but
she's involved
that's
because
my girlfriend. That's like
you need her involved for you.
Right.
But now she's given the story that you're not given.
I'm telling you, I tried to have sex with Carrie, my girlfriend.
She is going to remember your weenie twirling around her hoo-ha. You remember that. I'm sorry, I don't care how much of a sleeper you are. You remember because it pisses you off in the middle of the night and you go, are you serious? Don't bother me with that.
maybe you should call her and ask her if she's a deep sleeper. Because there's multiple times I've tried to do that. Multiple times we've had sex. Multiple times she has pushed me off.
You told me that you have sex every day, and she says you did not have sex today.
We didn't have sex today. No. We didn't.
Well, you said you have sex every day.
Mostly every day, yes.
So if I call her back, is she going to tell me that you'll have sex every day?
We did not have sex, but recently, mostly every day, yeah.
I'm a woman, and I know what it feels like to be woke up for sex, and I don't like that. And you remember it, and I don't believe you.
I'm telling you the truth. I'm sorry. I tried to have sex with my girlfriend. I did.
I don't know. You're a dude. Does your wife get pissed off if you try to wake her up in the middle of the night?
She had white thong on and a t-shirt. And
okay, you talk to him. I'm gonna go call her again.
Okay.
Because right now, I don't believe it.
Hey, the pants.
You want me to bring him in?
Yeah.
In a plastic bag?
Yeah.
I mean, a brown paper sack. Okay, don't start yet.
And that's probably her message or whatever. I don't know.
She's like, what?
And I wish we
Well, we're not gonna
involve her, Carrie.
Well, we're not gonna tell her. You're gonna have to explain whatever the situation is.
That's what happened.
You got any questions of all this?
I'm getting attacked now. I'm just feeling. Oh my God, bless. I want DNA. I want everything. I want get it done.
We're gonna put it to the front of the line, okay?
Get it done.
I can tell you, it usually takes a long time, but because of the situation, we will put it at the front of the line, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, usually on this stuff, we do whatever we can.
Here is shorts and a shirt. I don't know if the shirt will fit in the sack. Before I call Carrie.
Yes.
You tried to have sex with Carrie.
I tried to have my girlfriend. Yes, that was in my bed. Yes.
Do you ever cheat on her?
No.
So it's only Carrie right now.
Carrie.
Okay.
At the end of the interrogation, 2 officers come in and inform Daniel that he will be put on administrative paid leave until the investigation was completed. They confiscated his gun, badge, entry card, and anything related to his position as a police officer. What Daniel didn't realize is that he would never be a police officer again. After Daniel was put on his leave, the 2 detectives dug deep into the investigation. They recalled a report made a while back about a police officer forcing oral sex on a woman, so that was their starting point. When they interviewed the woman, whose report was practically ignored, she was able to show them the route the officer who attacked her had taken. The route matched Daniel Holtzclaw's GPS in his police vehicle almost exactly. The 2 detectives then checked Holtzclaw's computer and noted that he ran searches on specific names multiple times. They decided to interview these women, and 6 out of an unknown number of women were willing to come forward and testify against Daniel Holtzclaw. By the end of the investigation, they had 13 women who all accused Daniel of some sort of sexual assault. The earliest incident that they had occurred on December 20th, 2013. Holtzclaw forced a woman to perform oral sex on him while she was handcuffed to a hospital bed. She had been arrested for drug possession and then later hospitalized. The terror didn't end there for her either. Allegedly, Holtzclaw would later track her down and make advances on her. She stated that she never reported the incidences because she didn't think anyone would believe her, that the person who was attacking her was a police officer, and that she thought all police will work together, even when wrongdoing is occurring. In February of 2014, Holtzclaw was accused of pulling a woman over and groping her. He instructed her to play by his rules or he would otherwise take her to jail. He then came back to her home numerous times and even broke into it at some point. Again, this woman did not come forward because she assumed nothing would be done to help her because of her race. What should be noted is that all the women that came forward against Daniel Holtzclaw were women of color. Most of them had criminal records, and they all seemed to be struggling a little bit financially. The next month, March of 2014, Holtzclaw allegedly stopped a woman walking down the street and questioned her about drugs. He then made her expose her breast to him. At the end of April, on 2 separate occasions, Holtzclaw is believed to have stopped one woman who was a sex worker. He was accused of driving her home and raping her. The following evening, Holtzclaw pulled over another woman and told her he was taking her to jail. But this was a lie. He took her to a field where he raped her and then he left her once the act was done. The investigation kept uncovering more and more. Things, it would appear, were not looking good for Officer Daniel Holtzclaw. In May of 2014, there are 4 events according to victims. In one of the instances, Holtzclaw raped a woman behind an abandoned school building, while the others involved him threatening to take the women to jail unless they performed oral sex on him or let him touch them in some way. And finally, in June of 2014, there were 2 encounters that detectives uncovered. The first was on the 17th of June. Holtzclaw was accused of threatening to arrest a 17-year-old woman due to an outstanding warrant. He later took this woman to her mother's house, where he forced her to have sex with him. The last event took place the following evening, with Janie Liggins.
The DNA on Holtzclaw's pants seized at the end of the interrogation, the link to his youngest victim.
The skin cells were transferred through the body fluids of a 17-year-old girl after he raped her.
Some people say they're skin cells. They could have been from anywhere.
They tried to explain DNA from a 17-year-old girl that ends up inside his pants at the areas where his privates are. Quite frankly, their explanation was not believable because you can't explain that.
On August 21, 2014, Daniel Holtzclaw was arrested, but would later be released on bond shortly after his arrest.
An Oklahoma City police officer who was behind bars has been released on bond. I'm talking about Daniel Holtzclaw. He's accused of sex crimes against several women he stopped while he was on the job. At first, his bond was set at $5 million. That was then reduced at a hearing yesterday to $500,000. He was ordered to put on a monitoring bracelet and was released today into his father's custody.
The trial was set to begin on November 2, 2015. From the time that Daniel was released on his bond until the time of the trial began, he was fired from the police force, and 36 charges had been brought against him. Despite everything, his slandered name, the DNA, the GPS, and the victims coming forward accusing him of horrendous acts, Daniel Holtzclaw maintained that he was an innocent man, and there are many people who would stand behind him and fight for his innocence. The jury, however, didn't feel the same way. On December 10, 2015, Daniel Holtzclaw was found guilty on 18 of the charges that were brought against him.
Let me ask the jury, is this your verdict, so say you all? Yes. All right. Counsel, would you like to examine the verdict forms?
Not to say no. No.
All right. Mr. Holtzclaw, if you and your attorneys just come forward. Mr. Holtzclaw, this jury finds you guilty of the various counts. You will be remanded to the custody of the Oklahoma County Sheriff for formal sentencing set January 21st, 2016 at 10 o'clock a.m.
On January 20th, 2016, Daniel's attorneys attempted to get him a new trial, which was denied. The following day, on January 21st, Daniel Holtzclaw was sentenced to 263 years in prison. He is currently serving his sentence at an unknown Oklahoma State prison under an alias name. Thank you for listening to this episode of The Apex and the Abyss. 2017 was a great year for the show, and before I take a short break in the month of December, I wanted to extend my gratitude to all of my listeners. Your comments, likes, shares, and messages have meant a lot to me throughout the duration of this show. And even though this is the last episode until 2018, I will still be around on all my social media, so feel free to find me on Facebook, Twitter, or email me at apexandabyss@gmail.com. If you would like to support the show, there are many ways you can do that. You can head on over to Patreon and become a monthly donor, or you can purchase show merchandise. All the links will be posted in the show notes. Have a great week, everyone. Until next time.
Why do you think he targeted you and so many other women?
I think he was thinking that every woman he stopped had some kind of record, or he could hold something over our heads, and that didn't happen with me. He just stopped the wrong person.